Okay. Okay, good to see you guys again. Hope to find you in great health today. Happy Saturday. Yeah, on my side here is Saturday evening. Yeah, probably some of you in the morning. Yeah, so I would say start by greeting all of you here, saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So wow, so many of you here joining in. Let me check how many people. Wow, already 1,100 attendees. Okay, nice. Okay, yeah. The more people joining, actually, the happier I am, and then I tend to actually share more stuff. So and then yeah, normally I didn't. This is not the usual me, by the way. If you notice, right? Especially on the background, right? Normally we do this what, right? It's an office because we focus on career and relation and also wealth, right? Yeah, but today I think they all want me to use this background. Okay. I still feel weird, yeah, talking to all of you here, yeah, but using this background, but I think it's fine, right? Because we need to suit to the theme we're going to talk about today is about relationship. Okay, so therefore, yeah, we have no choice. The team need me to use this, then so we are. So now, and okay, so good to see all of you here. So let's. How do you actually to communicate with me here is using the chat box. All right, so I think all of you here, you're quite. Some of you probably this is not the first time you're joining me. You know how do you interact with me, right? So that is there's a chat box where you can interact with me by typing something there. So why not we start this by you typing where are you from? Yeah, show me. Yeah, tell me where are you from? Yeah, type your country in the chat box right now. Let me see where all of you here from. Okay, Singapore, Philippines, Malaysia, Canada. Wow, too fast. USA, all right, New Jersey, Israel, Romania, Philippines, Hungary, Belgium, Ecuador, Cambodia, Spain, all right, Czech Republic. Okay, wow, so many of you here. Okay, I might not able to pronounce all of the country here because it's moving too fast, and I also already my eyes cannot catch all the words so fast. So, but yeah, if I just in case I didn't mention your country, yeah, I want to let you know I do appreciate all of you here for coming, yeah, to this webinar today. All right, so and how do we do this here is like this. Uh, what we need to do here is I would like to talk about one very special topic, which is deviate from what I normally do. Okay, so if you actually attended my webinar before, I talk a lot about wealth. I talk a lot about business. Right? Yeah, just recently, how many of you attended my Awaken Your Entrepreneur Destiny? Right, so type the word me. All right, so we talk about business, right? That is the usual me. So today I got to switch a little bit. Yeah, this is, I'm not sure whether this is I'm natural at this. Yeah, but because a lot of people asking me this question, one simple question is say, hey Iverson, right, beside talking about money and career and business, right, so can you share with us a little bit about relationship or not? Yeah, so that's the reason I do this webinar for today. Okay, yeah, so if some of you here, you're wondering, what I'm going to talk about today I'm going to talk about only one thing. All right, so it's all about relationship. Yes, you heard me right, only relationship. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether right now you have someone with you, you have a relationship, or maybe right now you're still looking. I want to make sure that you're able to benefit from this seminar today. All right, this webinar here. So someone just now say, hey, how long are this webinar? I don't know, right? So probably 1 hour or probably 2 hours. Do you want more contents or not? Right, you want more contents? Okay, all right. Yeah, so maybe I can do more, right? So depends, right? Depends on my mood today. So, okay. Yeah, you know how to make me happy, right? The more you participate, then the more happy I am, then I'm going to talk more. So, and relationship is a very big topic. And for me, right? So for me to actually do this, this is something irony. The first consultation, that I did when I learned BaZi, right? The first consultation that I did is a relationship consultation. Can you believe me? I still remember this clearly. It's just like 7 years ago, right? That time I didn't do it this professionally yet because I telling my friend, I'm ready. Can you introduce someone that I can help or not? Okay, so the first person I say, okay, Iverson, I got you the first client. I say, okay, great. Okay, who is this person is? He say it's a female. All right, so then I ask them, okay, all right, cool. Right, so where's the venue? He say Starbucks. Yeah, I still remember this. This is in the PJ, right? So if you're living in Malaysia, this is Asia Jaya, is it? Is this the name? I still remember. That's the Starbucks there, right? So the thing is like this. When I actually go to that consultation, when we sit down and then I try to read the chart, right? Because the client already there, much more earlier than me, and then I sit down and then because the first time, right, I feel a little bit nervous, and then I look at the chart, and before I can actually start to say something, and then she start to cry. Okay, can you imagine that? And this is not just is and again not silently, all right, yeah, hysterically. Okay, so can you imagine that? And when she's crying, to be honest with you, that time, the first thing in my mind is not about what's wrong with her, so I'm bad, right? I mean, it's my bad. The first thing I concern is, wow, so many people looking at me in the whole Starbucks, a lot of people looking at me, and then I say, okay, what's wrong with this guy here? Are you bullying the girl? Right? So I feel so stressed. Okay. Yeah. So a lot of people think maybe I actually hurt her feeling or something, right? She cried really loud. And they think I'm the bad guy. Actually, I'm innocent, right? So, but people don't care, right? Yeah, as you know, right? So then I actually quickly rush to the counter and get her some tissue, right? Say, okay, calm down, right? So, and then that time, that is the first relationship consult, and apparently she has a problem, yeah, with her relationship. Okay, so and therefore, since it's the first consultation, it leave a bad so-called feeling on me, and from that point onwards, I tell myself maybe I shouldn't do relationship consultation. Okay. Yeah, now you know the reason, right? A lot of time people asking me, right, hey, why I wasn't always shies away from relationship. And it took me some time here to actually get it over. And then now I think I'm comfortable again because due to a lot of consult, like 20% of the consultation has to be somehow related to a relationship. So I have no choice, and then I need to do it. And as I grow older, I have more experience on relationship. I think I can share with you stuff. All right. So I don't consider myself relationship guru. Is such a high title to hold, right? So I'm not, and I'm not a relationship expert, but I only can share with you the discovery I find from the parts consultation when I do relationship consult. I'm going to share with you all here today. Are you guys okay with this or not? Okay. Yeah, so I need to let you know, right? So I'm not relationship expert. Okay. So although the background here make me look I'm such like one, yeah, but actually I'm not. Okay. So now then what I can offer you here is about how do you relate that with partner, right? So but relationship here, there are a lot of topic. Yeah, we can talk. It's a vast topic. Yeah, to start with here, because you can talk about relationship with your parents, right? You also can talk about relationship with yourself and with your spouse, your children, right? Your colleagues, or maybe your friends, your boss. Relationship with your boss as well, right? And also, how about that relationship with your creator, right? Some of you here, you have religion, right? Don't you think there's a relationship formed between you and the creator as well, right? So, and therefore, this is a vast topic. Of course, I cannot cover everything within this short webinar here today, as much as I would like to, but it's impossible. I also saw a lot of comments from my Facebook or Instagram. Some of them requested to do about parenting. Some of you are talking about what this is, what third party, some more, right? So there's so many topics to talk about, right? So therefore, I need to decide for all of you here. I want to talk about one thing today, right? Because they're so vast here. So I want to talk about intimate relationship. Okay, today. All right, next time. Yeah, maybe next time when I have the mood again, we talk about something else, right? About your children, with your boss, with your colleague, So, but today I want to talk about intimate relationship. How many of, if you like this topic here, type the word number 1. Okay. All right. Okay. So therefore, I take it as a yes, because I don't even give you a chance to say no, right? Yeah, I only say that if you agree, you type number 1, right? Yeah, that's me lah. All right. Well, structure is like that. Okay. So see so many number 1 here. Then all right. Okay. Cool. So we can start this. Okay. Now, Now you know the reason why I shies away from relationship consultation earlier on, but now I think I get it over. And also another reason, right? I chose not to talk a lot about relationship because for the way I see it, relationship is not about logic. So which means that no matter how you talk logical conversation with someone, right, it doesn't work. How many of you actually experienced this before? Right? You talk about logic, you talk about perspective, you talk about what is right, you talk about philosophy. It's no use because relationship is about emotion. How many of you me agree with this? Yeah. Okay. Wow. So many of you. Maybe I think all of you here are a bit kind, right? Maybe you just want to make me happy, right? Because I go through a bad consultation relationship before. Now you're trying to, okay, yeah, this is how I see it, right? I'm not saying this is the only, but my point of view here, in relationship, that doesn't really need to talk a lot of it, because it's all about emotion. You cannot talk sense out of it. Therefore, that's why I noticed one thing, right? If you look at relationship gurus, the popular one, right? The very like I check on the website, right? There are some that call themselves relationship gurus, like they are 20 years, 30 years of experience, that teach people how to do relationship. And when I check their background, their own personal relationship also doesn't really good. How many of you actually encounter a lot of relationship gurus like that? They divorce multiple times. And every time they have a great reason why they actually go through the divorce. Okay. And yet they are the one. And then recently I saw another relationship guru. He need to apologize on his Instagram account because he commit adultery. And yet he's the one asked people to be faithful. So I cannot remember the guy name, right? He's a guy, right? So so this is quite a popular news I think I saw this 2 weeks ago. I forgot the name, maybe you can check on it. Okay, so, and I'm not saying they're a bad person, right? So I'm just saying that if you try to reason, find reason on actually fix the relationship, there'll be a problem. Because it's like this. Relationship, when you try to be too right, then you'll be wrong already. Do you agree? Right? We always talk about something right? So in relationship, sometimes they don't want what is right. Because when you're too right, you try to make stand on your point, it become wrong. That's why I think the reason that a lot of people teaching relationship because they use too much information, right? Like 6 ways to trigger passion, right? Or 5 things you don't do when in a relationship. Have you read a lot of all these articles? Right? 3 things how to make your spouse happy. Come on, right? It's fun, right? But doesn't really matter. You might practice once in a while, right? But when you get into an argument, you totally forget everything. Agree? How many of you here agree with me? Right? Everything is cool. You're in control. But the moment even a small argument, suddenly everything out of control, right? All the animal let loose. Yes, correct. So I don't think that we need to remember so much thing like what to do, what shouldn't do on relationship. Because okay, by the way, this is my style, right? Because I am a well structured. I see relationship is in maybe a way that is not so popular, right? That maybe you didn't agree with me, right? So how many of you here is well structured person? Type the word me. Okay. All right. So if you I'm not sure, right? I think I need to show to some of you here. If you're not so sure whether you're a well-structured person or not, let me show you. I take out your bar chart right now, right? You need a bar chart, by the way, right? I think you know that, right? So, and let's say a bar chart. How do you know you're well-structured? Very easy. You scroll down to here, and then you look at this part. You see the wealth. So you need to see whether this wealth element is high or not, right? If you're 80%, or higher, then you'll consider your wealth is very strong. So my chart is 90%. Okay, so anything 80% and above is considered my group already. Okay, one thing here. So if you think the higher you think you're richer, that's not how you read the chart. Okay, so don't be too happy. Okay, so if you're a well-structured person, so let me tell you who I am, right? So I'm a unapologetically pragmatic person. Okay, this is a well person structure. They're very pragmatic, they're very practical. Okay, so the way I see wealth also in a very practical. So if you not agreeable with the way I see relationship, let me tell you, it's a bit too late. You're already in the webinar already, right? So I would say your solution here, just deal with it, right? Just listen. Yeah, if you not agree, it's fine, right? Just keep it aside, right? It's fine, right? We just exchange idea here today. And how do we do this here? And the way I see relationship is like this: drama is bad for business. If any relationship is too drama, it's not good, right? Wealth structure is like this, right? They're practical, right? Time is important to them, right? So how many of you here agree with me? Yeah, when I say that drama is bad for business. If you're wealth structure, sure you will agree, right? So therefore, I don't really like drama. Yeah, like some people will ask me, Iverson, do you remember the first day? You know, like last time, someone I know, I don't want to remind me again. Yeah, so some one of the person I met is like this, right? He told me that, do you remember the first day? What color are the shirt that did I wear? You know, and what is the music playing in the background? You know, I cannot remember all this shit one. You know, right? So maybe the only thing I remember in the dinner is just whether the food is good or not. If it's good, then I'm going to go there again. All right. So some people like those drama. If I cannot remember, they say, "Oh, you are not. This means you're not loving me." Then all this thing lah, right? So therefore, I'm not that kind of people, right? So I can unapologetically say that I'm not a romantic person. Yeah, well person is not, and I also don't see the value of buying flowers for others, right? I better give them cash. You know, that's how unromantic I am. Okay, I think that because the flower, if we can able to cook and eat, at least got some value there, right? But it's true, bad for environment. And yet the person who like flower as the person that talk about saving the environment, come on, right? So a bit sarcastic or not, right? So therefore, I prefer, if I want to reward someone, right, instead of roses, yeah, so these roses here, I don't give these roses there. So I actually give money. I think it's more practical. Yeah, that's who I am. Okay, so but if you are someone, but it doesn't mean I'm right. Okay, so I want you to know here, because if you are well structured, this is how you think. But if you want to like holding hands, tell me about your childhood, I want to understand your trauma, and then they cry with you, hug with you, and then every weekend spend time cry together. If there are some group of people is like this, so they like the process, right? That one is what? Tell me. If your resource element is high, you like that kind of interaction, right? Resource is high. Yeah, you check your chart later on. Yeah, so they're like that. And is it wrong? No. Yeah, we are just different, right? We are not here to discriminate anyone here, but because this is how I do it, so I'm going to tell you from my perspective, right? So if your resource element is very high, you like that, right? So and if you're well structured like me, if you tell me problems, right, I'm going to tell you 3 ways to solve it. That's it, right? But sometimes it's bad for a relationship. You know why? Because the other party will say, Iverson, you must understand first. I just need to be heard, I don't feel I'm heard, right? You need to note your head, understand my feeling, don't need to give solution. Exactly. A lot of people like that, because for me, I don't care, right? Whatever you go through, as long as I give you 3 solutions, you do it, then settle. And I always ask people, what is the outcome? How many of you here ask this question? Whenever someone tells you a story for too long, a drama in the office, then you become impatient. They will say, okay, come on, just tell me the ending first. Yeah, later on, we can backtrack later. Okay, I know this is annoying, right? I know this one is not likable, it's bad for relationship. Yeah, and actually improving on it, right? I try to, now I actually pretend to listen a little bit, okay, oh, really? Oh, okay. So, and it does wonder. A lot of people like that, okay? All right, so just to tell you, yeah, so that's how we can, once you get into the wavelength that I'm seeing relationship, I think you can learn the information better. Okay, so now one thing here, because you go to actually ask me questions, yeah, along the way, yeah, there's a chat box here. You can ask me a relationship question, and someone said like my honesty. Yeah, sometimes honesty also not. I saw some of your comment, right? Yeah, so yeah, but sometimes honesty also double-edged sword, Huang. Yeah, sometimes I don't know why. Yeah, I sometimes learn it in the hard way as well, right? Especially someone asks you, right? Hey, am I fat or not? Wow, this is the most dangerous question. How do you respond to those questions? Tell me. Yeah, you must require wisdom to answer. You want to answer. Both sides also got consequences, got side effects. Okay, yeah. So Yeah, that's how relationship. That's why I'm saying that relationship is about emotion, right? It's not about logic. So, and once you know this, right, I'll say that what there are some of you going to ask me question. So I would like to answer your question in advance, so you don't ask those similar question. Are you guys okay with this? Right? So because I know some of you tend to ask certain relationship question, and because certain relationship question will triggers my immune system response. Okay, right? So yeah, let me ask you, right? If you, how many of you here actually inoculate already? Like you took your vaccine already, two doses. All right. So some of you might have side effect, right? So and then you might feel feverish. Correct or not? So why do you feel feverish? Because your immune system actually you trigger the immune system to fight the infection, right? So you become agitated. Okay, so sometimes certain relationship question also also trigger my immune system. Okay, so I better tell you first. So so I no need to entertain that, right? So and let me tell you, yeah, the first question that people always ask, yeah, because some of them I do relationship consultation, right? They'll ask, "Am I compatible or not with my spouse?" Okay, this sure will trigger my immune system. Okay, and then while they're asking this, there's some more do this. Will I compatible or not? Okay, tell me, how will you feel? Right, but it is real, they do that, So okay, so it's like this. The thing is, when they ask me this, right, they are already in a relationship. I ask them, if the answer is no, yeah, would you actually left the person or not? You say no, right? Then what for you want to know? Right, so it's not like because you're already in that person and then suddenly not compatible, then you're going to break up with that person, right? And some of them already married like 20, 25, 30 years. If they still don't know whether they're compatible or not, yeah, must got problem already or not, right? Don't you think this is wasting time, wasting their money also? Okay, this will trigger my immune response. Okay, right? So you talk about compatibility, how many percent, 56, 5%. Okay, that one I cannot because it doesn't serve any purpose. Okay, all right. So if you love that person, you make it work. All right. So if you don't like the person, just break off. Right? Why so many of these things here? Okay, that's the first thing. All right. So no compatibility thing. All right. So because I don't think it's useful. Okay. Yeah, the second one, right? There are only three lah. Normally there are only three. The second one here is this one. I think you agree with me. Yeah, when I actually say that a lot of time people ask about, will that person bring good luck to me or not? Yeah, check. Help me check. This one I also feel agitated. Right? I always asking them, are you seeing this like you're buying a product from Amazon? Is it you're looking at a product review? Is it? Yeah, whether it's a defective product or not. Come on, right? Are you the perfect person? Yeah, sometimes I did scold my client like this, Sometimes I don't know why, right? So wealth structure is like this. Okay, yes, I did apologize after that. Yes, I did. But after I do all this thing, yeah, sometimes I did apologize. Okay, so and I tell them something like this, right? What you always looking for the good one to bring luck to you. That one is not love, You're buying a product, right? Are you going to refund or something, right? So I don't think it to be like that. Why not, right? You be the best owner. No matter what product you buy, you also will take care of the product well. Don't you think it's better that way, right? Why you keep want to taking stuff, right? You can be the best owner, right? Take care of the product. You are the one responsible buying it. Yeah. So therefore, I also don't ask that. I also don't actually answer that question. Yeah, that's someone say money back guarantee. Okay. Yeah. So because it's not about whether the person can bring luck to you or not, right? It's about giving, right? Why not you be the best person can bring luck to everyone who comes into your life, right? So and the third thing here, I would say that a lot of people also want to know about their partner so they can understand their partner better. Yeah, I want to know their partner chart so they understand them better. So I say once you understand them, what you do? If you know that your partner is very lazy and very bad mood, is it because if the partner says so, you got to accept the mood? Yeah, it's all his bad behavior? No, right? Yeah, no way, right? So you don't really need to understand them 100%. If you understand them 100% and you adjust to their way, one thing will happen. You become best friend. Automatically, you become the friend zone because you understand them, right? So I would say that that might not be the thing here, because I would say that opposite attracts, right? Sometimes the least understand you have, sometimes you will trigger attraction, right? If you're too good, sometimes I see some it's not like this. So I always lead them instead of just understand, okay, my structure is what, my day master is what, and then what they understand them, then it doesn't add value anyway, right? So I always teach people how do you influence them, yeah, rather than just understand their character and accepting who they are, but influence them to become better. Yeah, but if you have this ability to do that, then you will make the relationship better. Do you guys agree? Right? It's about influence because you're not able to change them. Okay, so now after I go through my first experience in the Starbucks, and along the way I meet different kind of people, and then we do different kind of relationship situation. Some of them are funny, and finally I able to compile three things I think that I can give everyone, so they can, as a guideline, right? So they can have a better relationship. Okay, so do you guys want to know? Right, these three things, only three things here. So I call this IL relationship mantra. Okay, let me show you this. Only three things. Yeah, this is what I see relationship. Yeah, relationship mantra. Yeah, can you see it right now? Okay. Yeah, so I think you can see it, right? Okay, so this relationship mantra is like this. They are not you. Yeah, remember, they doesn't think like you. They think they're very different person, and then you don't expect them to agree everything you think. Agree or not? A lot of time we want to make our partner exactly same like us, right? Think the same thing, same religion, whatever, also the same. Even right? Even favorite food also must be the same. No, it won't. The more, right? The more you actually expect them to be like you suffer, right? You need to control someone, right? So okay, someone asked what is IL is. IL is Iverson Lee. Okay, so you actually pay attention to the IL one, you know. Okay, come on. All right, yeah. So I thought I add the word IL there look more cool. Right? At least it look more special. That's how I think. Okay, so IL relationship mantra. Okay, there's the first one. And then, all this is got sweat and tears. When do you see the rows here? There's a sweat there. So I the way I come with this mantra, go through all the sweat and tears, right? Like the Starbucks incidents, and then so many things, right? And now you get it easy. All right. So now second one, yeah. Let me go through this quickly for you. Okay. So the second one here, they are not responsible for your happiness. Yeah, this is the hardest part. I discovered that a lot of time, yeah, they're mistaken, right? They expect their partner responsible for their happiness. So they control their partner, they blame their partner when they are not happy, right? Or the moment the partner do something that beyond that or not match with their expectation, then they say you're not love me and all these things, right? So how many of you here actually relate to this? Yeah, relatable to this, right? This is a lot of time I discover in a partner consultation. This is the part, right? They put all their happiness, responsibility to other people, to their partner. So if they are not happy, they blame their partner, and then there's argument, right? So, and let me ask you, if you constantly with a partner that is unhappy and constantly forcing you to do something to make them happy, will this relationship will last? No. Yeah, definitely no, right? So if you're on the receiving end, you feel pressured all the time, right? They're going to tell you there are certain rules you need to comply to prove that you love me, right? So don't. Yeah, you're like walking at what? In a broken glass, right? So we don't like that. Okay, so this is the thing I discovered. And then finally, the third thing, they are not God. Yeah, you need to know this. A lot of time, yeah, we actually think our partner is God, they must be flawless. And you also expect them to be a mind reader. They should know exactly how you feel, how you think. Okay, so they make mistakes too. Okay, all right, yeah. So this is the thing, right? So a lot of time I discovered that a lot of our relationship problem also they expect their partner is like no fault, they are perfect, but they are still human too, they're not robots. All right, okay. So do you like this or not? This mantra? Yeah, this is sweat and tears, all right. So if you want to share with anyone, this is something I follow and something I advise my client as well, because this is compiled through this my experience from this. Okay, someone says simple and deep. Yes, yeah, you need to actually think about it. Yeah, so I hope that this one will be a great. This is how a well structured think about relationship. Yeah, I summarize into these three things. Yeah, like number three. Okay, all right. Okay, thank you, thank you. I see so many of you here like this. Okay, now once you know this, yeah, let's move on to using parser to apply on it. Yeah, so the way I see the purpose of using parser for relationship, there are only two things, right? Yeah, so this is how I see it anyway. There are only two reasons why we use parser for relationship. The first thing here is we use parser for our relationship is one to build a great relationship so we can become happy, right? We'll be happy. We feel fulfilled. That's one of the goal of relationship. Like you want a healthy relationship with your children, you want to be happy, right? You want to have an intimate, fulfilling relationship with your spouse, you want to feel happy, right? So one of the reason is about happy, and then the second reason here is somehow you want them to help you, right? For example, like you build a relationship with your nobleman or some important people, or maybe even your boss. You might not love them. Your interaction with them might not make you happy, but you know that yeah, if the relationship is strong, it'll be somehow beneficial for you in your career progress. Agree? Right? So let's be practical here, right? So it's not just about love, right? Relationship is a tool. Yeah, it's a tool to achieve something. Right? So you need to be clear on this, right? So, but now today we are not talking about relationship to the boss, with the boss. So we're already talking about relationship with our intimate one, right? So, and how do we actually do this here? I'm going to actually talk. I'm going to actually arrange the topics into this. Okay. So today we're going to talk about relationship analysis. Okay, I think there's a wrong spelling, but never mind. Yeah, just ignore that. Yeah, there's a wrong spelling on top. Yeah, so and analysis using parser. Okay, so this one is like this. So the first one we're talking about robust foundation. Okay, robust foundation. What do I mean robust foundation? So which means that in any relationship, I think the first important criteria that we should have is we need to build a strong foundation. So whenever you go through turbulence in relationship or storm, yeah, some of you might say, right? So therefore, you might not actually have this. You might not actually have problems, right? Because if it's strong, you're able to withstand all these problems, obstacles in relationship, right? So a lot of time, because you see, we cannot avoid problems. Somehow, when you're in a relationship, sure there'll be conflicts, right? Sure there'll be problems. So we cannot avoid it, yeah, because there'll be a clash sometime in the chart, right? There could be a harm in a partner. So the thing here is, instead of actually worry about all these clashes, right? If you have a strong foundation, don't you think it'd be better? Right? Yeah. So the first step here is about building a strong foundation. So what do I mean by this? I would say that in our parser chart, right? So tell me, yeah, before I go into the parser chart, tell me what is needed to build a strong foundation. Okay, some of you say trust. Yes, you're right. Absolutely right. Okay, you need to have trust. Yeah. So and okay, talk about trust, right? Is something very funny I want to share with all of you here. One of my friend actually, he has problem with with his wife, right? And then he go through a relationship course, 3 days I think, and then he come back and say, Iverson, now I know how to actually address or fix the relationship. because he attended the relationship course for 3 days. I think how many days I forgot already. And then he said, according to the guru, he asked me to do 10 things. All right, he said 10 things. It's okay. I say what it is. Yeah, share with me, and then go through with me. And then one of the item in the list is he asked the guy, which is my friend, to kiss his wife 3 times, left cheek and right cheek, each 3 times every single morning, and say the word "I love you." Okay, one of it is like this. So there are 10 things, right? So you need to remember everything. Very stressed. If you miss out one thing, maybe something bad will happen. I don't know. Okay, so now, once you do this, then they say, okay, very good, right? I told him, very good. Yeah, go home and try SOP. Someone say, yes, it's right. It's SOP. And then he really do it. Yeah. And then once he do it, then he tell me, Iverson, it's working, right? That's a response. My wife become much more happier. I would say good. Right? So keep doing it, because if it's working, then keep doing it, right? So then he actually keep doing it. And then to a point that after 2 weeks, he talked to me again. And then one thing happened, right? He said that I don't know why, somehow the thing's no longer working. Okay, so he said that it becomes something in the norm, and then we start to quarrel again. Yeah, Yeah, so many things that quarrel. So then he said very stressful, because you need to remember all this single thing, right? Then I told him one thing, right? So instead of just remember everything here, why not just have trust, right? When you trust someone, you no need to remember every word you said, every action you take, or every treatment, right? You're going to give to your spouse. Agree? Right? It will come naturally when you trust someone. Your body language, the way you talk to them, right? The things you do. So instead of remember what you do and what you didn't do, that one is not you, right? Eventually, right? You revert back to your original self. So like what you here pointed out is true. It's about trust. Yeah. So instead of remembering, now you see the value here, right? Instead of remember like 10 steps you need to do, I see a lot of infographics, a lot of love books also like this, right? Just trust someone, the thing will come naturally. You think about, right, mother love. Do you think about, did your mother actually attend a course how to love their son or not? Did they go to a workshop? No. They come naturally, right? Yeah, because they trust, right? Even you are not handsome, they also see you as a very handsome guy. Right or not? Yeah, absolute trust. Yeah, therefore, no need to learn. Right, so that's why I don't know why a lot of people want to spend so much money on this, right? Sometimes if you're able to train yourself ability to trust, then you'll be better. All right, okay. So now, once we know this, now we need to look at our Barter chart. Yeah, our ability to trust in the relationship. Some people are easier, some people are harder. They need to work around on it, right? So I want to check. Do you want to check this or not? Check whether your chart got trust issue or not. Okay, all right. So now bring out your Barter chart. I'm going to share with you how do you do this here. Okay, all right. So now this is a sample chart. So what I want you to do here is to recognize in relationship, this box govern how we see relationship. Yeah, remember this. Yeah, this box governs how we see relationship. So now, if we are talking about trust, right? Let me share with you how do you actually look at trust. So all you need to do, first step here, you look at this element. What element is this? Guys, what element is this? The animal sign. It's not red. I'm asking about element, all right? Water, right? Yes, okay, water. So this is the first step. Yeah, remember on this box, because this box represents your relationship palace, or someone might regard this as spouse palace. It's the same thing, right? It's how you see relationship. So if you look at this chart here, is water, right? Okay, first step for this person is water. So the second step, look at this part at the bottom. Then you check which one is water. Water is here, right? Water is here because the spouse palace is water, right? So this value is 40%. Okay, so now what does it mean? So the higher this element is for this person, the harder this person to trust the partner. Okay, so if this person is 100%, yeah, so which means that this person finding issues to trust their partner, right? So it's not their partner problem, right? Maybe they're overly suspicious, right? So is now this a new technique. Okay, all right. So how to do this? Okay, so someone asked why. Yeah, now know why. Yeah, technical is too long, right? So I just teach you a quick way how to do this. Okay, let's do another one, right? Later on when we do technical class, I tell you why. All right. So now in this, the second one here, the second one here is like this. Let's do another one. This one is what? Spouse palace again. First step is fire, right? Is it fire? All right. So look at here. Scroll down. Look at the chart. There's a fire. Fire is here. So this person okay or not? Yeah, okay. All right, pretty good. Yeah, 40%. Quick or not? Yeah, this is a quick way for you to see, whether someone, because the more easier, if you can trust your spouse, which means that you can build the trust better that way because you don't suspect everything, right? So if you have, but this one, don't worry, right? If you really a lot, it doesn't mean you cannot change, right? The reason you learn BaZi is so you can aware of it. All right. So that is how you look at it. Okay. So I would say the 100% is too much. I would say 80% and below would be good. Okay, 80% and below would be good. Okay, someone say, how about 0%? It's not possible 0%, all right? The element already in the chart, right? So it's not possible 80%, 0%, sorry. Okay. You're just asking for the sake of asking. I don't know why you ask. Your chart got 0%. Come on. I don't believe it. Okay. All right. So now you see this is the default, right? If it's 100%, you find it hard to trust in the relationship. Yeah. But even if someone tell you very hard to trust, you say, no, it's not because of that. Because in my younger days, I be betrayed. That's why I had to trust. Also hard to trust, right? Yeah, so therefore, it doesn't matter what is your excuse or reason. Yeah, this is the nature of the person. All right, so I would say 80% or below, manageable. All right, so if it's above 80%, then you will work on it. Someone asked, is it a NATO or the annual? Look at the NATO. So the NATO one would be the beige color diagram, the NATO one. All right, not the purple color diagram. Okay, all right. Yeah, so this is for what? For awareness, right? So this is what I check on. Why I know this? Because every time they go come to me, they actually engage a consultation with me. This is the first thing I check with them. Okay, all right. So some of you say, hey, can I repeat this? Maybe you watch the replay later. Okay, so I think the rest of you are okay, right, guys? Yeah. So if you cannot follow just now, or you're just joining in, yeah, we do our best to create a replay so we can look at it. Okay. Don't worry. Yeah, we do our best to get you a replay. Okay. And now, next one. Just now we talked about building the foundation, right? So another thing besides trust, also one thing is very important to strengthen the foundation is, I would say, you're able to endure tough time with your partners, right? In a relationship journey, there'll be so-called rocky. It could be rocky sometimes, right? It could be in a storm. There'll be a turbulence in a relationship journey. Am I right? So some people, they just give up because they cannot endure the hard times, right? Just like some fair weather friends, right? So they're only able to stand with you during good time, right? But whenever things get tough, they leave. Yeah, they'll say too tough. They cannot endure, go through the tough time, right? So do you realize that beside trust, another one that's equally important is your ability to endure together during tough time as well, right? If you have this ability, I would say that it will be good. So now I'm going to show you the traits in someone chart, maybe you, that have this endurance ability, right? So how do you endure? Very simple. You want to know the secret? How do you endure hardship? Yeah, very simple. Yeah, the secret to endure hardship is by enduring. This is my mentor told me. All right, simple. Yeah, but once I heard it, I say, oh, it's true also. I also cannot scold him back. So true or not, right? So I have one mentor is a relationship mentor, right? And then he actually shared with me all these things, right? This guy I think already 60 years old, yeah, right now, very funny. Yeah, I also didn't expect the answer. Okay, so now let me show you the enduring element here. So check whether your chart got this or not, right? So there are only three. Okay, so now as shown on the screen right now, yeah, there are this one, yang wood, yang fire, or yang metal. Okay, so these are the three. So you want to check your chart whether you have either yang wood, yang fire, or yang. Oh, sorry, this is the wrong word again. This is yang metal. All right. Okay, so where you go to check for it? Any pillar in the chart. So maybe you have more than one, right? Maybe you have more than. How many of you have more than one? Okay, so anywhere in the chart. Someone just now asked me, right? Where is it? Anywhere in the chart. So let me show you. Yeah, one time. So it's easier for you to relate to this. Yeah, this to check, right? To check whether someone have this endurance capability or not. Okay, for example, this chart here. All right. So do you see a yang wood here? So got one. Also, another one is here. Yang metal. Very good. They have two. Yeah, so if you have the same element, it's not counted. All right. So we look at just if you have another, let's say for example, now you have yang wood, another yang wood here. Let's not count that. All right. So maximum three. Okay. So for this person is two. If the same element, we still counts as one. All right. You can look anywhere in the chart here. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. So if you have one out of three, I would say consider good. How many of you have three out of three? So which means you have yang fire, you have yang wood, and then you also have yang metal, all three together. Wow, nice. Yeah. So if you have this, yeah, you are someone that can stick through thick and thin. Yeah, with someone, yeah, probably in a relationship or in a journey or in business, whatever. You have that persistency. You persevere. Okay. All right. Yeah, some of you have three, right? So these are the three things. Let me show you on the chart again. Yeah, this is the yang wood, the yang fire, and the yang metal. Yeah, these are the three things. Okay. All right. Cool. So this one is for you to aware, right? To aware that this so-called what is your reaction, your nature when you actually encounter tough time. Okay. So this is how you see it. Okay. Easy or not? Yeah, of course it's good, right? If you're able to endure for a good reason, of course it's good. Nice. Okay. Yeah, this is the first step. Yeah, kindergarten step for you to look at analyze relationship. Okay, relationship analysis. Okay, now the second one here I'm going to talk about today. Okay, before we continue, let me just answer some of your question here. Can it be in the luck pillar or in a chart? Yeah, we like to see in the chart, not in the luck pillar, but you had in the luck pillar better than nothing. Yeah, at least you got it at those time better than you don't have. Okay, Beverly asks, would you not look at the day stamp too? Yes, we look at the day stamp as well. All right. Anywhere in the chart, in the natal chart, we will consider. Okay, May asks, hidden stamp counted also, right? Yes, hidden stamp is counted. Okay, all right. So let's see. So Joey 9 say luck pillar at 10 years. Okay, so you're very young. Maybe you encounter certain situation that allow you to actually practice this virtue. Oh, maybe you got bullied, right? So you endure it, maybe. But if you get bullied, I would say you better run away, right? Better don't endure it. Okay. Just my thought. All right. Okay. So let's see. Appear in the stem or the branch or hidden anywhere, right? Anywhere also can. Okay. Someone say if it's a earth is counted, doesn't matter whether it's counted or not. All right. If you have, you have. You don't have, you don't have. Yeah. This one is for you to know. Yeah. To understand. Right. Because I believe that in relationship, the strong foundation is important. So learn to build these two things, build the trust, and then build the I would say the perseverance. Are you guys okay? Only two elements, yin and yang. Yeah, I think it's easy, right? If you don't have, it's fine. Aware of this and then daily cultivate this virtue. Can or not? You still can do something, right? You have an action. You don't just blame your chart. You cannot just say that, okay, my chart don't have this, then I leave the relationship. No, it's not. Right? Yeah. So the reason we learn this for us to understand ourselves better. Okay, so we can do something about it. All right, cool. Now, so is it useful for even you don't know the technique, by understanding you need to build relationship and perseverance? Is it beneficial to all of you here? Right? Yeah, just understand this. Yeah. Okay. All right. I hope you're okay. Yeah, because it's the first time I doing relationship also, you know. Right. So I also need to check whether you guys okay or not. All right, nice. Okay, so now the second one here, I'm going to teach you how to read your chart from another aspect. Okay, is from how do you read your spouse element? Yeah, I think this one is also important, right? So from the chart, a lot of people will say, right, in my chart, is it easy for me to get married or not? This is a question that a lot of people ask, right? So some people, they have better chances of meeting their opposite sex or their spouse. Someone that might be harder, right? So do you want to know this or not? Yeah, I'm not sure whether this is useful to a lot of you here, but if maybe you're busybody, you just want to know, right? So then you can look at this. Okay, so let me teach you how to do this. There are only two steps. The first step here, this is the most difficult step. I might warn you in advance. The first step here is you need to identify whether you are male or female. Okay, all right. I know it's tough, right? Take some time, 15 seconds, okay? Yeah, check. Yeah, do something to check. Yeah, just to verify. Trust but verify, okay? Yeah, okay, cool. So once you know that first step, right? If you are male, you discover just now you are male, then your focal point will be wealth. All right, wealth. Just remember first. Later, I show you how to do it. So if you're female, right? So and your focus point would be influence. All right, cool. If you're male, your spouse element would be wealth. If you're female, your spouse element would be influence. So where do you look for this? And now I'm going to look back I'm going to bring up the chart again. Okay, in this chart here, so let's say this is a male chart. Let's say this is a male, this guy named Alex. So tell me, if I want to look for the spouse element, where do I focus on? Wealth, right? So, okay, this one. So I'm going to tell Alex that his chances, right, or meeting or get into relationship is the strength is 60%. Not bad, right? So which means out of 10 people, six female or will like Alex. Okay, or not bad, right? So this is for male. All right, so these are chances. And now, how about this one? For female, let's say this name is Mary, and then you want to check whether her chances of getting the relationship, a strong relationship, what is the chance? 40%, not that bad, right? Still got 40%. Okay, so why we look at influence? because discover Mary is female. Okay, all right. So this one is for you to actually know. Yeah, but now what I'm telling you, the next one is to tell you, because they will not only ask you the chances of about I would say into relationship, right? There will also they will also ask you this year whether this year is got high chance to meet someone new or not. Do you want to learn how to do this? Right? Because they're going to ask, right? Okay, maybe I don't have chance, but maybe this year there's a lot, right? So it's cool. It's very simple. So now Mary is 40%, right? For this year we'll look at the purple color. So is it the increase or decrease? It's a decrease, right? So this year maybe the chances is lower. So if the chances is lower, need to do what? Now what you need to do if you're going to advise Mary? Yes, work harder. Yeah, if you discover Mary is overweight, sign her up into gym membership, right? Do something about it. Okay, something lah, right? So therefore you need to work harder. So let's look at Alex just now. This one also lower for this year. Right? If he asks about chances, this year might reduce. Okay, Charlie say if overweight, need to wait until period 8 to be look beauty. Okay, all right. So period 9. Okay. All right. A lot of people think period 9. How many of you heard about period 9? Okay, all right. A lot of you heard about period 9. Right? I think if you heard about my workshop before, I say that if in period 9, chubby is the new beauty, right? And that one is chubby, by the way. Okay, so remember that. Yeah, it's not fat. Okay, so if you're chubby right now, and then how many of you here are period 9 compliant body? Yeah, period 9 compliant body. Yeah, got such thing. I just invented. All right. Okay, so if you are discover you're chubby, right? Not borderline to fat. If you're chubby, I would say keep it up, right? It's a good job, Yeah, continue. Obviously, what you are doing right now is working. Okay, plan for it. Okay, nice. Okay, let's back to our original discussion. Okay, so let's not carry it away. So now look at another chart. Okay, so look at this. Let's say this is Shirley. Shirley obviously is female, and then she is single, and she's asking this year, will that be more opportunities or not? Yeah, so you say, yeah, don't worry, Shirley, you're gonna get it. Yeah, even you're fat like elephant, you still get it. Okay, yeah, there are a lot of people like you for who you are, but only for 1 year. All right, after 1 year, there's go, oh my God, who are you? I didn't recognize you anymore. Yeah, then they leave you. Yeah, at least for 1 year, you got a chance, right? Okay, higher. But if you really want to advise this person, right, you're gonna ask Shirley, who are you kidding to? You're already 90%, right? Does this 10% really matter, guys? Right? It's not a problem for you, right? If you got from 90 increase, all this while you're already attractive, right? You can get easily, right? So what is this 10%? 10% only give you one thing, indigestion. Yeah, you cannot eat everything one, In Cantonese, they say 啃唔晒, all right? So don't be greedy, right? So therefore, yeah, for this chart here, if I want to do a real reading, of course, for educational purpose, yes, right, increase, right? But if you look at it, already 90%. So this person already have a lot. So she don't even notice if there's an increment. Okay, everyone clear? Okay, nice. Do you learn something new today? Yeah, so I try to keep things simple here as well. Yeah, so because so everyone can benefit from this as well. All right, nice. Someone say what to do with 10. No, it's if 100%, you don't need to do anything. All right. Yeah, you're 100%, you don't need to do everything. Yeah, so which means that you have the advantage already. Okay. So someone says 0% cause of lockdown. Yes. Yeah. So you need to use another way to get it, right? Maybe online. Yeah, it will be something. So to look at the year whether it's increased or not. If it's increased, yeah, then it's a great chance, right? So you got to plan your strategy to get your victim during that time. Okay. So if it's decreased, then you need to work harder. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right. Nice. So if you are, let's say you're 100%, right? You're 100%. So and then it doesn't mean they're going to come to knock to your door right? So like, hey, may I become your boyfriend or girlfriend? Please, yeah, eliminate this wishful thinking. All right. So if you have it means that if you're serious on it, you're going to hunt for your victim or you are the predator, right? So therefore you're going to get it easier than other people, right? Not a problem. The question here is whether you want it or not. I saw there are some cases the lady child got 100%, and then she asked me, how come I don't have boyfriend yet, ge? Okay, yet ge is a Malaysian slang, all right? So basically he's asking, how come I don't have boyfriend yet? And then he do this again. Okay, I hate this. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why a lot of clients like to do this to me. And okay, now want to act cute, right? Yeah, okay. So I also don't know. Someone asked what is that? I also don't know. They always like to do this. Okay, you tell me what it is. I also don't know. I searched online before. I cannot find the answer. I even searched Google. Trust me. Okay, maybe you can help me. Okay, so now, and then later on, I discovered this person here spent too much time at work, and then her requirement is too high. All right, she wants someone way beyond her league, and then she's very picky. Yeah, so one way I can work with her is lower down her expectation. Yeah, look at the right perspective of relationship. Yeah, then you can actually help her to getting one. Because sometimes the moment is too high, their expectation also very high. Yeah, if you're 100%, some of you here, right? So is I did tell one of my friend as well, and this is a lady. I told her that your expectation is high. She said, "No, Iverson, I disagree. My expectation is very low. I just want a multi-millionaire, a guy that is still single, haven't married yet, and very mature and only understanding on me and never don't have bad temper and also filial to the parents." I say, what are you just describing is a god, okay? I don't think it exists. So you better go to so I'll say you better lower down your expectation. Yeah, you're describing a god-like mode, all right? So I look at her, she's nowhere look like the goddess. So I think that the chances of you getting a god as your boyfriend is very low. Okay, so I of course I did it in a good way, right? So in a sugar-coated way. Yeah, sometimes sometimes I do relationship consultation is very hard as well. Sometimes they ask me, Iverson, do I look pretty or not? You got such one time one person asked me this question. How do you answer? And you look at her, right? She's nowhere pretty, but you also don't want to hurt her. Let me now you know, right? Yeah, consultant actually not easy one, sometimes. Yeah, a lot of pressure one. Yeah, you work in corporate world, it's got pressure. Is it? We also got a lot of pressure. How do you answer that? I say you're pretty. Here's my answer. This I learned from one of the short video clip from a YouTube. It's very funny. So I just repeat the same thing. I told her you are pretty, but it's just not so obvious only. So your job here is to make your pretty become obvious. Settle. Okay. And let me tell you, there are 3 ways to do that. Okay. That's how I do it. That's why I tell you I'm not good at this. Okay. So hopefully, this is how I actually get it done. All right, nice. Yeah, so in Cantonese means like this. 你好靚嘅，但係唔夠明顯啫。Yeah, like that. That's Cantonese. Okay, learn something new. Yeah, you learn all the bad things from Iverson. So maybe you need to delete that. Okay, so delete. All right. So now that just now we're talking about the percentage, right? Now you can time. Right? If it's an increase, means that there's a high tendency you meet someone new. If it's decrease, means you need to work harder. Yeah, that's how it works. Okay, so now Are you ready for the third one? The third one. Just now we talked about the spouse element, right? So the third one here is this. You also, how about another way to actually analyze relationship from BaZi? What if you know what is your partner needs is, what is their true desire, instead of understand who they are as a person, like whether they're procrastinator or they're hardworking, all these things, right? Is the one you also know, right? Once you be with them for quite some time, but their true desire you might not get to know, right? They might not reveal to you, or maybe they sugarcoat the whole thing, right? Or they camouflage the thing, right? You might not know. So if you can know it instantaneously, don't you think it's good? Right? Or it would be good if you discover that your new neighbor that just moved in, the daughter is very pretty, right? You also want to strike a good conversation with her, and what if you know her BaZi or her date of birth, and then now yeah, what she like, right? So what she like, what she truly desire, so you can actually do something. And again, right, I'm not asking you to manipulate them, right? I'm not asking you to do that. For example, like if you knew your victim or your target, let's say, right, just pretend for a while, love her mother very much. So who is the first person you need to make peace with first? The mother, right? When you buy present, don't buy present for her first. Yeah, remember her mother birthday. Yeah, so I would say use it in a good way, lah, right? I hope that I don't give you an impression that you need to manipulate into dark art. Okay, all right. So this is how you actually do this, right? Okay, this is one of the way until you know it. So do you want to learn this or not? I teach you the concept. Okay. So now, if you want to do this, you are no longer looking at your own chart. Make sense? Because you want to know the other party desire, is your job to get their chart. All right. So now the first two exercise that we did just now is using our own chart, because we want to understand ourselves more, so we become a better person when we enter into a relationship. Yeah, but in this now we are talking about true desire. You need to look at the other person chart. All right. So now, do you have another person chart or not? Some of you have it. Maybe you already have a target or victim, right? So you want to take it out. Okay, now. So, and how do you do this like this? Okay, let's say this is the beautiful neighbor daughter, and then she willing to actually go go to a dinner with you, and then you somehow, due to your intelligence and proactivity, you're able to get a chart, and this is her chart, and she just told you her name is maybe called Apple. All right, Apple. And the way, if you want to know, what she attracted to or what she like, not eating apple, okay, all right, this one is the name. Come on, okay. So now, what I'm trying telling you here is like this: when you look for the true desire or what this person look for in relationship, remember just now we talked about this is that person relationship palace. You look at this element. All right, this element will tell you what this person needs or attracted to in a relationship. So tell me, what is this element is? This is yin earth, right? How do I know it's a yin earth element? Because it's written here, earth. And how do I know it's a yin? Because it's a minus sign here. Okay, easy. I know some of you here, you don't know how to read the Chinese word. So therefore, we actually printed the English word there as well. Everyone clear? So this is a yin earth. All right. So do I need to look for the rest? I'll say you work on the most important first. All right. Don't show hand everything first, right? You always got secret weapon. Why you want to do so many things? Then you don't have anything to back up already, right? What if your first attempt fail? At least you still can resort to another two, right? Okay, guys. So can you please look at the first one? Cannot. Yin earth. Okay. Now, one more thing here. Since this person got 3 things, so there are only 3 possibility items here, or 3 quantity possible of the quantity, either 1, 2, or 3. For this person got 3 items, right? Yeah, but some people only have 1. Some of you have 2. Am I right? So if you have 1, you're very easy to settle. Okay, can strike a deal easily. Okay, so you have 3, right? This one higher maintenance, so many requirement, harder. Okay, this is level 3 boss. Okay, if you play games, this is not level 1. All right, you need to do 3 things to win it. Yeah, if let's say, let me see another one here. Well, this one also 3. What? How comes also difficult one? No more. Let me see, got another one or not? Okay, all right, nice. Okay, this one, tell me how many? 1. Simple or not? This one easy project. All right, you only need to do this one thing. This is what they will attracted to. Yeah, if you know yin water attributes, let's say this lady named maybe Teresa. All right, Teresa T. I put the word Teresa here, and you discover that this person is a Kui water. Kui water is very mysterious. Okay, so you need to be a mysterious person. Yeah, sometimes you show up, sometimes you don't. If they ask you what you do, you tell them as if you don't tell them. Right? If they ask you what is your job, I work as a full-time job. That's it. Huh? You answer them as if you don't understand. So the girl will feel that, wow, it's so attractive. I want to know more. Okay, every time you tell her something, you cut half, way short, and then you don't tell the whole story. Okay, yeah. So how about if you are Chinese metaphysics physician or consultant? Are you belong to the mysterious group as well? Yes, right. Yeah. So the work seems like magic, right? You know Chiman, you know something, right? Yeah, that one is a Kui water. So now you know what. Sometimes you show, sometimes you don't show. Or maybe sometimes you ask your friend, behind, light up some fire so you got some smoke, appear at the background while you're doing your achievement forecasting. It could be that powerful. All right. So being mysterious. And also Kui water. Kui water one like spontaneous thing. Right. So when you if you okay, right? Because Kui water is a water, they like freedom. So don't control them. That's how it works. Okay, all right, cool. And they become unpredictable. Yeah, so the more predictable you are, the less interested this girl on you. All right, if you keep bringing her to the same restaurant, she hates you. Okay, yeah, try different thing. So which means like this, the moment she think that she know everything about you, you throw her another situation that actually delete all the references that she think that she knew about you. Okay, all right. This is of course I know some of you asked about different characters, right? So I would say there are so many of them. I don't think I can explain everything. Yeah, but what if I can provide you a way for you to get this or not? Do you want this or not? Right. So I actually recorded this, all these 10 stamps, or we call the 10-day master. So all you need to do is just to join here. Right. This is a free, by the way. Some of you already got this. So this is my Telegram channel, by the way. So if you want to actually, I just uploaded the link in the Telegram where you can link to the 10-day master. So after the webinar, don't do it now. Yeah? Don't go and listen now. I want to listen to me first, right? Well, this is recorded, so it won't go away. All right. So all you need to do just to screenshot this screen first, and then or take a photo or scan the QR code, and then later on, you can go there. All right. So I actually have 10 videos each of them, and then they will have one. Each of it. They have Kuei water, they have yin fire. If you're talking about which one love their mother, is a yin fire. All right, just by the way, if you're asking, right? So now pay attention to the chat box right now. There you go, right? So, hold on. I didn't. Okay, pay attention to the chat box right now. Do you see it now? Right, so you can actually have it, right? So just click on the link. I make it easier for you. Now you know how to check on other people's desire. Study that element, then now you have power, right? Put it at good use. All right, don't manipulate. Okay, cool. So this is the one for you. Okay, we learned a lot today. Do you learn a lot today or not? A lot, huh? Okay. Yeah, this is important. Yeah, so I know that a lot of women they like relationship, and one thing here also discovered that a lot of women also they like metaphysics, and I think even your guy, right? You don't think relationship topic is not useful, no, because you know that in period 9, a woman will become the powerhouse, right? You also must, if you are a guy, you also need to learn how to manage your boss. If your boss especially is a lady boss, all right, they're superpower. Yeah, so the women will hold a high position in the company, in the industry, or even a presidency, even a high position. Yeah, they are into to that. Okay, so of course, besides chubby, chubby is just another superpower. All right, so that one is another part. So another part here, they have become independent, right? They know their true value and they are willing to fight for it, right? They are comfortable with their own skin and they don't let the society to define what is beauty is, right? So this is how it works, which means that beauty is nothing to get to define by skin tone, right? Any skin tone also can be beautiful. All right, so this is period 9. Right, so if you're a guy, right, don't worry, say, am I losing out in period 9? No, right? You think about this. If you're able to manage your boss, or if you are very good, let's say you're selling cars, you're selling maybe sport car or whatever car, and the female group, right, your customer in female group will be grow larger in period 9. Okay, so if you are someone that good in selling to women, yeah, you'll be a winner in period 9. Okay, so therefore, this is the part here. So today, that's why I also use the red color. Yeah, because red color also related to female. Yeah, and also period 9, also number 9, also fire element Li Gua. So therefore, the woman power is coming. And you already see it. Yeah, you don't need to wait until the actual point. Right now, you already see the progression. Okay, all right. So even me right now also need to do relationship topic. Now you see? No. Okay, all right. So, and next one. Do you guys still want more? Are you guys tired or something? Do you guys still want more? Not tired, huh? Are you sure? All right, okay, all right, cool. So let me share with you more stuff here. So how about attraction power? Do you want to know whether you are attractive or not? Okay, all right, nice. Okay, so you can actually see that from BaZi. Okay, this attraction power, and if you can able to see from the BaZi, which means that is given to you, right? You no need to do anything, right? So if you study metaphysics or Chinese astrology, there are two kind of attraction. One is given to you. One is you acquired. In technical terms, they use the word early heaven and later heaven, right? Early heaven means that you given. The moment you're born, you're like that, right? So, and then if acquire means what? Acquire means that the moment you're born, you're not like that. But due to technology, due to makeup, you make it like that. Okay? You understand what I'm talking about? Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of later heaven skill you can do, right? Makeup, cover up, or maybe screen filter. There are so many things, right? It's the norm. If you look at South Korea, right? All of them here is plastic surgery is a norm for them, right? So that's how you see the whole trend is coming to, right? So now when you look at BaZi, we don't look at later heaven. Later heaven is what you do. Are you guys okay? Now I'm talking about the early heaven. So whenever we're talking about attraction power, right? So I want to know one thing here. Attraction is not a choice, right? You might need to write this down, right? Attraction is not a choice, right? Think about this. Yeah, let me give you an example here. Let's say you meet someone, right, in a party, and then this person very attractive, very good looking, very charismatic. So is then you feel attracted to this person. So is it something you decide whether you should get attracted to this person or not? Is it up to your decision? No, it just happened, right? But is your decision whether you want to establish the relationship with him? Agree? It's your choice, right? If you're already married, then you know that, okay, although I don't have a choice, yes, I attracted to you, but I have a choice. I can make a decision not to pursue on this relationship. Yeah, so therefore attraction is not a choice, therefore is powerful. Okay. Yeah, don't just think about romantic relationship, right? If you're attractive, right? Even at your work, you will notice that you discover a lot of your colleague is very helpful, although they are not. Right? It's not fair one, right? Yeah, I still yeah, last time I worked in an MNC company, yeah, one of my colleague is actually very pretty. I don't know why, right? All those people tend to suddenly become very helpful. Yeah, surround her, help her to do this, do that, no problem one, Yeah, I also remember one day, right? This is happened 10 years ago, I think. My friend is very hot temper. And then one day while he's fetching me to somewhere, I forgot where it is already, then someone hit his car from behind and he becomes so pissed off and then go down and say, well, how come this guy so stupid? He's an idiot. But then only after he realized that the driver who hit his car is a pretty girl, suddenly the attitude changed. They say, do you need a workshop or not? Oh, never mind. Everyone make mistake. I know this is not intentional. Okay, don't worry, don't worry. Wow, suddenly change attitude. That is the power of attraction. I know it's not fair, right? I know it's materialistic, yeah, or sarcastic, yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's how it works. Powerful or not, right? So do you want to know whether you possess this powerful thing? Okay, all right. So now let's begin. In a relationship study, there are 5 elements. Yeah, one element among the 5 elements govern attractions. Metal. Okay, metal is an element that because metal attracts water, right? If you put a metal bar somewhere, later on you see the condensation of the water is there, right? So is the metal, right? In the real BaZi study, a lot of people say metal produce water, right? But when you study in a deeper level, metal actually doesn't produce water, but it attracts water. So therefore, metal is the attraction element. So maybe you might need to check your chart, whether you have this attraction factor or not. Some of you suddenly type 0 there. You don't even give yourself a chance. Okay. All right. So now let's do this together. All right. Okay. All right. So now you look at here. You look at this one. Look at the metal. Okay. This metal, 40%. Doesn't matter it's male or female. This unisex. Apply to both. Yeah, apply to everyone, even you're non-binary or anyone. So it still apply the same. All right, metal. Metal is the attraction element. Okay, so this one is 40%. If you're 80%, I think it's pretty good. All right, so somehow people feel you're okay, right? They get attracted. Not all the time is romantically. Sometimes you just have the feel good factor. They like to talk to you. At least they don't hate you from the start. Okay, happy or not? Some of you happy, some of you not. Okay, so now How many of you here happy to discover this? You have metal element quite high. Type the word me. All right, cool. Yeah, it's good, right? To have some attraction, but some of you just now say zero, right? I say, okay, why this happened to me? You know, it's not fair. Okay, let me tell the difference here. If your metal element is strong, yes, you have attraction. Yeah, this attraction is from a certain proximity, right? From far, you look attractive. Yeah, I didn't say fill up the complete sentence just now. Yeah, this one is from far. You know, I mean, maybe a few meters away, you look quite attractive. Okay, yeah. Actually, I deliberately do so, right? So I purposely didn't tell you the whole thing first. Okay, yeah. So at least the 0% actually feel happier right now, right? You got your revenge, isn't it? All right. So now this one is if your metal is strong, at least from far, is good. Good for superstar or not? Yes, it's good, right? Because normally you don't actually talk to superstar. You don't know them personally, right? You don't know what they do. So from the far, they got attracted, right? They are not your friend, but you still like them, right? So it's a certain. Is it possible that you admire a superstar so much, idol, but once you have the chance to meet with this person, only you discover this person is very rude, totally destroy the image that you have for him or her initially? Is possible, right? Yes. So this metal element is governed attraction from the far. But as you walk nearer or get too closer, it may be different story totally. Yeah. Then whether it's good or not, when you get to know that person, then that one is got to do with peach blossom star. All right. Okay. So just now it's from far. But someone you say, right, hey, is it a bad thing? No. If you want to be a superstar, right, those person, all your fans doesn't know you, who you are. But they like to see you. They like to hear what you say. Right? It's still important. Right? So if you are near, like you get to know that person personally, yeah, then you also get attracted to that person, then that one is peach blossom. Okay, peach blossom star. So I think peach blossom star, you know how to look at it. For example, like this chart here, very simple. Then you look at the peach blossom is indicate here is rooster. You see rooster is here, right? Let me zoom in. So you check your chart got rooster or not. Oh, this person got rooster. Okay, so this person, first of all, this one 40%, only from far, okay lah. All right, Malaysian slang again. Okay lah, means average, mediocre. All right, but when you get to know this person, you know the peach blossom star, actually quite attractive. Okay, let me ask all of you here. Have you met someone that from the first introduction, this person, wow, look like, superstar, so good looking, right? But after you knew him for 2 weeks, after that, you get to know him or her better, suddenly you don't feel that person that good looking, right? It's just normal to you. But yet you might met someone that actually just look average from the start at first, but after you knew him like 2 weeks or more, wow, well, this person actually really good looking. Always happen, right? Yeah, this explain this, right? So this thing here, once you know this person, actually quite good, right? Got peach blossom here. Actually, this person very got this magnetic personality. Okay, and again, now I'm talking about early heaven. All right. So early heaven, you no need to do anything. You just be yourself. That's it. Yeah. So some of you say, if I have this, do I need to know? Because it's in your chart. So even the way you blink your eye also very attractive. Even you sneeze or maybe you pick your nose, also very attractive. Even you expose your armpit hair, also very attractive. Okay. So yeah, that is how it works. Okay. Okay. Some of you mentioned, but here got death and emptiness. Then how? So death and emptiness means that still attractive, but sometimes look attractive, sometimes doesn't, not consistent. Have you met someone? Sometimes they look quite pretty, yeah, but sometimes say, oh my God, what happened to you today? Have you met someone like this or not? Yeah, not so consistent, right? Yeah, so not so consistent. Sometimes the armpit is very clean. Sometimes is not shaved. Yeah, like that. Okay, all right, cool. Now you understand this. Yeah, so there are two parts. One is the metal, and then one is the what is a peach blossom. Yeah, you like to learn about relationship or not? So actually, I have a lot of topic about relationship. Yeah, so I wish I can share everything, right? But there's so much. Yeah, even 1 month, I don't think I can finish this. Okay, all right. So now, okay, let's see any question from the floor. Okay, someone say if I don't have peach blossom and low in matter, then how? Then you need to proceed to the plan B, improve the later heaven. Okay, yeah, later heaven also very important, you know. Okay, let me see another. Someone say if the rooster in the soul palace, I would say don't push it. All right, let's look at the four pillars only. Cannot. Yeah, don't right? Don't push it. Yeah, don't push your luck. Let's restrict with just the four pillars is good enough, right? So I want to push a soul pillar, conception pillar, and then suddenly in the analog pillar, yeah, let's not do that. Can you? Okay, all right. So I think one part about BaZi also a very important virtue to learn is to accept. Yeah, acceptance. Yeah, don't have is fine, right? You're still happy, right? You're nothing wrong. Okay. Yeah, so you have something more than the others. Yeah, acceptance is very important and move on. Otherwise, you purposely want to push your luck to look at the soul pillar, conception pillar, then luck pillar, and luck pillar also got look at the annual pillar, and then don't have, and then look at the month also. Yeah, let's not do that. Okay. Okay, all right. So let's see. All right. So there's so many ways, right? So more is more about awareness. And by the way, this is the first time you're doing this. All right. So we go step by step on this. Okay, Charlie Q asked what is later heaven. Later heaven means what you can do. Right? Some people that maybe they makeup, some of them they do like bodybuilding, right? They make their body shape more appealing. Some people they make themselves more attractive intellectually. You know, sometimes not just physically, you know. Yeah, you might get attracted by someone through their intelligence. Am I right? Right? The way they think or the way they talk. That one is also something you can enhance, right? All of this here is later heaven, right? So yeah, do something about it. Okay, cool. So now we do this. So let me share with you the next one. Do you guys still want more? Okay, all right. So now the fifth one here is about navigating problems, right? As you know that all of us here, in relationship, there'll be problems, right? Especially whenever there's a clash, right, and all those things. So we can know whenever there's an issue. So we must know it's good that we knew in advance, right? We knew in advance so we can actually deal with it. So sometimes there'll be instability or mismatched expectation, right? Do you realize that a lot of argument happen because mismatch of expectation, right? You expect the person to do this, but the person do otherwise, right? And then you take it negatively or you take it personally, and then you feel pissed off, and that's how the argument is starting, right? So whenever we're talking about these issues, so from BaZi chart point of view, we can look at the clash, right? The clash in the chart. So the clash represent changes, represent instability, right? So tell me, just now we did learn about one palace called spouse palace. Do you still remember that? The spouse palace? Right? The spouse palace talking about your expectation about the relationship. Right? So are there times the expectation change? Yes, along the way, right? So 10 years ago, you expect something else. 10 years from now, you expect something else. Right? Last time, your boyfriend, that time, maybe you as long he know how to sing, right? If he can sing well, then it's considered good, right? Or consider very attractive. Maybe he can sing like Steven Tyler, the Aerosmith, or whoever it is. Okay, so but after 10 years, maybe your expectation is different, right? You expect this person must able to take care of the family. Agree? Right? Whether he can sing or not is irrelevant. Right? All of us here go through that. So the spouse palace we are talking about governs your expectation. So whenever there's a clash in the spouse palace, then expectation change. Okay, so this is now I'm telling you the concept. Later on, I tell you how to read it. Okay, you guys okay? Right? So because a lot of relationship problems is due to this. So let me show you again in the chart right now. Okay, all right. So this is a spouse palace. Okay, so this is a spouse palace. So let's say if you learn BaZi, you know that the rat will always clash with horse, right? So if there's a horse year coming in, right? So therefore, there's a clash, right? So you know that for this person this year, the expectation will be clash, right? So what expectation it is, then you look at the top. Yeah, that one later you know discover that one is more technical, but now you know that there's a clash, right? It's a horse. So now, let me just use another one that is more relevant for you. Okay, let's say this chart here. Just pretend that this one is a good. Let's say it's a good. So tell me, this year is what year? This year is a year of ox, right? 2021 is a year of ox. So ox go with clash. So therefore, this year, this person, if it's a good, the relationship will have misexpectation happen, then it might be argument. Therefore, a lot of time when people say that, okay, there's a clash, right? Relationship problem or divorce, not necessary one, you know, right? So if you're able to actually manage this early, the misexpectation, you're more attentive, then maybe you can actually make best use of it, or maybe even improve relationship, because now both of you understanding is better. Okay, but unless you already plan to break off with your boyfriend, right, then you can this year make it easier for you. Okay, yeah, unless, right, let's say you already plan to break off with your boyfriend and then discover your boyfriend child this year got a clash, you know, then the transition will be smooth because the energy supports you. Okay, so now I want all of you here to look at your current chart right now. How many of you here, your spouse palace is a good? All right, so now you know, right? Understand it. Yeah, sometimes by just that awareness, you actually able to control and understand your feeling. Then you can actually act accordingly, right? And also, if you are intelligent, right? If you are intelligent, I would say that you can not only look at your own chart, right? Sometimes it's not your expectation change. Yeah, sometimes maybe is your spouse expectation change. Don't you think you need to look at both chart? Right? This address the question someone say, right? If my chart clash, my partner chart don't clash means what? Now I'm telling you. If your chart clash is your expectation change, maybe your partner is okay. Sometimes you're so pissed off with your partner, right? But your partner doesn't know anything. Is it possible? Yes, a lot of times it's like this. They don't even know you're pissed off, right? You purposely do everything. Yeah, you make a lot of noise in the house, you know, hit the cabinet, door, everything. But your partner still ignorant, don't know what is happening. He said, are you sad? I don't know. Sometimes it happens like this, right? So therefore, I would say in relationship, you need to check both charts. Either is your issue or that person issue, right? If you knew this a year in advance, would you make a difference or not? Now that's the question I'm asking you. Yes, right? Yeah, so that's how you can use BaZi to do this. Okay, all right, cool. And Can I share with you one thing here I learned about the word I love you? This is a very popular word, right? I love you. And the way I see it, right, the word I love you is very, I would say is easy to say, right? Everyone can say this to you, right? I love you forever and all those things. And I think that the best way, yeah, to show someone that you love someone is you take care of yourself. That's the best way to prove that you really love, right? Because if you are better, you are a better husband, you're a better wife, you are healthier, you take care of your health, you put yourself first, that's the best way to demonstrate it, right? Because only when you become better, then your whole family or your partner will become better. You cannot influence someone to change. It's very hard. But if you become better, you will somehow indirectly influence that person. They will treat you differently. Agree or not? Right? So therefore, I would say that, if you ask me about the secret, yeah, to great relationship is this word here, progress. Right? So if you progress, you make progress, you become a better husband, you become a better wife, you become a better worker, you become a better father, better mother. You don't blame anyone, you just keep becoming better every single day. Right? Will your family benefit or not? You become positive, you become the beacon of light, right? But a lot of time we try to change someone, right? You shouldn't do this, and most of the time they won't listen because it's not easy to change someone's character, right? Like last time there's a consult. This happened quite some time ago. I think more than 6 years, if I remember correctly. This lady come to me. He said that my husband always come home late at night. Can you use BaZi or whatever to make him come back earlier? I tell her, right, if you know, you better tell me the secret also. I also want to learn. I told her. Okay. This is exactly what I told her. So you let me know also if you know the technique, right? So but I look at her chart that time. I say, okay, do you trust me or not? I told her, right? She obviously, right, I paid money already. I have no choice. I need to trust you. Okay, thanks for being honest. I told her. Okay, all right. So and I told her that one thing here, go out to work. But he said, I would say you don't understand. You're out of topic. I asked you how to control my husband to come home early. Now you ask me to go to work. I say, listen, right? You just do this first. Just now you told me you trust me, right? Go out to work and become so successful in your career. Because your chart here, you're going through officer luck, according to a chart at that time, and then you have career growth. Do that. And then reluctantly, after several convincing, she agreed to do it, and she didn't contact me since. Okay, but after 3 years, yeah. So she actually contacted me after 3 years, right? So and then follow up, and she become I think is a GM, general manager in a company. Not bad, 3 years. All right, 3 years time, right? So of course, not 1 month, not possible. All right, 3 years, and then she shared with me, all these things. Of course, she put a lot of hard work as well, right? It's not just because of my advice. I just pointing her to the direction. Of course, she deserves most of the credit because she worked hard, she improved herself, and then you know what happened to her right now? At that time, she told me back when I met her back, she said that now her husband complaining why she go home late. The role reversed. Yeah, now is the husband is the one. How come you go home so late? Yeah, who are you talking to? Don't talk to all your colleagues. Your all colleague is a man is bad. That's what. So now you see or not? Nah, this is a period 9 power, right? So therefore, this is. Do you realize that if you really tell your spouse that you truly love them, prove that you truly love them by you becoming better, become the best version of yourself. This is the best gift you could ever give to your spouse, to your children, to your parents. Yeah, no point you keep telling your parents, everyone, right? I love you so much, right? In the end, you cannot even support their living. Yeah, talk is cheap, right? Play a good game. Yeah, this is what, yeah, I know I'm a bit practical here, right? But that's how I see love. Yeah, love is not a feeling for me, it's a work, it's an action. Yeah, that's how so I always ask people to look at this part. right? So I want all of you here to answer this question as well, because you want to grow, right? Where are you, right? 5 years from now? Because 5 years from now, you surely arrive, right? Where will you be? Yeah, just take like 30 seconds just to ponder about this. Yeah, because if you want to change your destiny, you need to think long term, right? You need to plan. Yeah, things doesn't just happen automatically, as you know. So I want to think about something like this. Who will be with you 5 years from now? Or who will be no longer in your life 5 years from now? What kind of career? How do you see yourself in what type of career? Maybe certain business. Where do you live? What kind of houses? What car will you drive? I want you to see what do you want. Yeah, there must be something you want, right? So there's a vision. Because 5 years from now, you surely arrive. Yeah, the only question here is where. Yeah, so this is the one I want you to actually pay attention to, because when you learn Chinese metaphysics, yeah, you need to use it for this, right? You want to have a better relationship, you want to become a better provider for your family, right? So you need to think, it's your job. You have to think about this. So the good thing here is like this. What if I can show you one way to achieve this easier with a strategy to do it? Do you want to learn more now? Right? Because other time might not be, but now it's very timely because of this thing. There are certain point between this year and next year, plus minus one, there's a point for you to reset and restart your destiny. Yeah, this is about here, right? Because as you know, there's a huge transition energy. So a lot of us here will get a level playing field again. Right? Maybe previously you find hard to compete with a big companies, right? Or better, powerful people or better position than you. But due to this energy reset, right? So it's sort of like level the playing field. Yeah. And then this change happened between now until 2024. Yeah. So it's not every year you want this happen. So if you take certain action here, you gain the unfair advantage. You think about this, right? Yes, of course, the pandemic is bad, right? We don't like this to happen. Yeah, but on the other side, do you realize that it sort of level up the the playing field as well? Right? A lot of people right now can actually start their company easier because a lot of company closing down, big companies. They're actually right now they don't have much budget. They scale down their businesses. So a lot of us that used to be hard to compete with the big guys, now we have more power, we have more advantage. Okay, so this is what I call reset and restart. So how many of you here interested to learn this or to understand this? Okay, so therefore, I think some of you probably already, if you learn Chinese metaphysics, you know what I'm talking about. This is the transition of the huge energy shift for period 9. Right, so that's why I like this photo a lot, right? Because it really shows it, right? So it say that it transition because period 9 is a fire element, right? So which means that this thing is coming here. Don't worry, this is not exploding, all right? This is this energy I'm trying to describe here is the fire element in period 9, right? So therefore, in Chinese metaphysics, we look at this image, right? Fire, period 9. And you know that this is a Li Gua. That's why I'm telling you just now, Li Gua represent women. So therefore, women in period 9 will be super powerful because they are the queen or they are the king of the jungle. That's the reason, right? Period 9. So the period 9 is actually happened on 2024 until 2043 for 20 years. So there's a big shift. Okay, so and if you look at the transition here, let me show you. The transition here is like this. Now we are still in period 8, right? We're in period 8, but we're soonly we're going to actually go to this very soon. We're going to go to period 9, right? So that's when the timing is started 2017 onwards. Okay, so now you think about this. How often we live in a time where we can witness the period transition and at the same time we still can do something about it, Yeah, this is a very rare opportunities, you know. If now you're a baby, right, you might not able to benefit from this. Yeah, at least right now you're in your productive age where you still can do something about it. So you want to take advantage of this. So the goal here is to understand what is period 9 is. Because period 8 is about young guy. That's why you see Mark Zuckerberg, you know, like all these are young people building a worth of a billion companies. Period 8, a lot of young guy, right? So if you actually look at this, then this one will be the age of women. Yeah, so this is one of the sign of it. So now you might ask, hey, you're talking about reset, right? So how does period 9 really impact us? So let me show you. Yeah, these are the few area that the period 9 will make a huge impact in. So your parter chart, default destiny. Your parter chart is your default destiny, right? So some of you discovered that your chart here might not be so good, right? But maybe period 9, your chart will change, right? Discover my chart relationship is not good and all those things, right? Maybe period 9 is different, right? So the goal here is, do you want to become period 9 compliant chart, right? So how about career development? You want to become better, right? As a person, so you can provide more for a family. So career or business, what is career development looks like? What is business? So which means that a lot of so-called the most sought after career right now might become obsolete in period 9. So don't waste time studying something that doesn't have a long-term benefits. Okay, we need to know this. And how about investment? Yes, it's important, right? Investment, you can, once you make the money, you need to know where to move your money to. And now, feng shui. In relationship, a good feng shui house will be able to foster harmony in the house or within the family, right? So in period 9, the way you practice feng shui also change. So therefore, yeah, there are no good feng shui that lasts forever. So do bad feng shui, right? Feng shui will start to continue to change. And how about well-being? Of course, it's important, right? And how about relationship? Whether you're single right now or you're already with someone, right? We want to make it better, right? So this is something we have to do here. And now, how about luck and opportunities? You want to tap it, right? So we need to tap into it early, because any opportunities that become too obvious is no longer considered opportunities, right? Everyone know about it. Agree? Right? So therefore, these are the area that period 9 will impact us. So now, and if you're interested on learning this, I'm actually going to conduct this period 9 masterclass on 27 on 28th of November 2021. All right, so I'm going to teach you about this thing. The first thing here, I want you to actually to get yourself, protect yourself to become period 9 compliant. Yeah, because the transition already happening. So you want to, even you do want opportunities, you want to ensure that you know how to actually align to the energy flow, right? Just like a protection. And once you know this, you also can teach this to your family as well, right? How do you become period 9 compliant? So the first step is not about attacking, but rather on defense first. Because if you're not strong, you go out, you're the first one to die first, right, in the battle, right? So first, are you protected or not? Yeah, this is the one we're going to look for. And also, right, then there are a few things I'm going to cover in this program here. I'm going to highlight here, although this is not all of them. So parts activation for period 9, as I mentioned, different parts, different activation in period 9. Yeah, who knows, right? Your parts can become super powerful in period 9. So, and how about we want to know about career and business? What are the transformation happen starting now until 2043, right? So this is a big transition. And we also want to know the period 9 feng shui for your own stay, to benefit you, and also for investment. Don't you think this is important? Yes. And how about romance and relationship in period 9? Yeah, this is something I didn't talk last time, right? I think this is important, right? So how do you, relationship not just about intimate relationship, how about with yourself? How about with others, right? How do you actually make sure this is important? Yeah, this is something new also. And also, we also talk about this 7 spiritual law of success and happiness in period 9, right? Because in period 9, period 9 is something like this. Period 9 is a period where you see a lot of people will actually get into depression. Right? A lot of people, due to the society pressure and a lot of things, so you want to actually equip yourself strong spiritually and then achieve true happiness in period 9. Right? So don't you think after all this is the thing that we wanted in the end is about happiness, right? Okay. So now if you are, I also touched a little bit this in feng shui, someone asked, right? So this year I'm going to do something different here. Is about this one, the period 9, purple white script in feng shui is something will be strong in period 9 because purple white talking about number 9. Okay. All right. And then one more new thing I also want to add into, also a new challenger. Because just now we talked about the women will become super powerful in period 9, right? So, and but they're always a challenger. Guess who is this person? Just start talking about middle-aged women, right? Okay, so someone just now asked also, how do you know you're middle-aged woman or not? Yeah, if you think you're middle-aged, then you're middle-aged, all right? Right? Okay. Some of the people, they are 60 years old, they're still middle-aged. They still can actually climb mountain, you know? Okay. All right. So now, this is what we call the new challenger. Why? Because in feng shui or metaphysics, you study about yin and yang. Right? So there always, whenever there's a yin, there always an opposing element. So there, just now, if you're middle-aged woman, you feel so happy, right? Yay, I'm the most powerful. Wait first. Yeah, there could be a new challenger coming in. Yeah, so this is also something I didn't talk last time. Yeah, so therefore I already upgraded the contents. So there are a lot of interesting things here. So yeah, I leave it to you to think about this. Right. So definitely, yeah, this would be a very exciting program. And how do I actually make use of Chinese metaphysics to help you on period 9 is this. I'm going to use a 4 system to do this is because, right, in the modern world of period 9 or post-pandemic, and you see that the problem becomes so complex. So one single system is not, you will not able to solve all those problems. So we require omni system. So in this program, I'm going to use the mixture of BaZi, Yi Jing, Feng Shui, and Shimen Dunjia to achieve those goals. All right. So someone might ask, if I'm a beginner, right? So you are able to follow or not? Yes, it is. Because this program here is designed for application purpose. So even you don't have any background in Chinese metaphysics, you're still able to benefit from it. Okay. All right. So this is online, right? This is an online class. So no matter where you are, because now we're in pandemic in our country, we normally do live classes, right? But now due to pandemic, so we're going to do online. So it's better for you. So no need to waste your money to fly in here, your accommodation, everything, right? So now you can do it everything at your own home. Okay. So now, and if we do it in a live class, like renting a hall or something, this would be the investment cost, right? 997 USD. Yeah, but right now we are not doing on the live classes, so we're able to save the money on the hall and all the audio equipment, so we can pass back the saving to you. So this is something we can work with, right? So if you want to join to master the art of thriving in period 9, so the investment will only for 297. Okay, all right. So if you are interested, then this will be the link. Yeah, the link will also appear in the chat box. Pay attention to the team there. They're going to actually post it in the chat box. So click on the link and then you're going to do it. And I noticed that a lot of you here posted here. You already enrolled. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that. Okay, yeah, I thank you for your support. And a lot of you actually enrolled way earlier, right? The moment announcing you early. Thank you. Thank you for supporting. For some of you didn't yet. So I would say that, why don't you join us here? And then you can learn something, not only benefit yourself, but also benefit for other people as well. Yeah, your family. You can use this knowledge to teach your family. yeah, your children. All right. Okay. All right. So now, if you're interested, there are one thing. Yeah, every time we have a webinar, I want to actually add more value to you. So in this webinar, this time, we're going to open again for 20 slots only. For if you're interested on this, if you belong to this first 20, then you get this extra bonus, right? An extra webinar where we'll talk about how do you neutralize bad luck using Shimon. Would you like to learn this? This is something new. I haven't taught this before, right? So it will be something interesting, right? Because someone say, oh, relationship got bad luck. Yeah, money got bad luck. So many things, right? Okay, so let's close this for once and for all. How about I teach you all this technique here using Shimon, right? So this one is not for sale. This is by invitation only. So if you're our period 9 masterclass student, yeah, for this year, then you're going to get this. And also for those already signed up earlier on, even you don't know what bonus it is, thank you for that. You also get, you're going to get this, right? You're included. This is included for you. Okay. All right. So now, yeah, so if you're interested, you think this is, if you like the way I teach, if you feel that, this approach is good for you, because I'm someone more practical, right? So I always teach people about achieving something. There always an outcome, right? It's not about just telling a story or the kind of thing, right? There must be an outcome. So the outcome for this program here is to help you the strategy, so to actually thrive in this next 20 years. Okay, all right. So now this is the link again. Yeah, if you're interested, you can actually join. And some of you just now asking about will I get a replay? So, and yes, there will be a replay. Right? If you cannot make it to the dates, there will be a live stream events. We have a 30 days of replay. You can watch as many times as you want within the 30 days, just in case you cannot make it on the date itself. Okay, all right. So now this is the goal I set for myself. Right? I just conducted the Awaken Your Entrepreneur Destiny. Right? So how many of you here actually with me on that program? Yeah. So yeah, do you like it or not? Right? So we do our best with the slide, all the thing we plan properly, right? To ensure that you get the best experience online. Right? So thank you for all your support. Right? So now our team here and me, we have a new challenge. We always want to raise our standard. So in this time period 9 masterclass, our aim here is to give the closest period 9 experience ever. Right? When you experience something, you don't need to memorize so many things. Agree? Right? A picture paint 1,000 words. Right? So this is our goal here. Right? So we want to actually do this. And if you are interested, right? So I want to think about one thing, right? Period 9 is 20 years. There are only 2 P here, right? One P is problematic, and then another P is prosperity, right? You get to choose, right? So, and if you want to wait for another period to come, you need to wait for another 20 years. Okay, so if you're interested, therefore, this is the link. You can click on it, and then if you have any problem related to the payment, feel free to communicate with our staff here. There's a Corinne, Shinmo, or Mark is here. So talk to them, right? They're in the chat box right now. I see some of you are not able to get it through. Yeah, sometimes like this because too many people in there. There'll be some issues there. And you remember to click the terms and condition, because you didn't click that, you cannot proceed. Yeah, I saw some of your comment here. Okay, and then this webinar is not ended yet, right? The team here will still answer your question. Okay, so now, I would say I'm looking forward for this. So I hope that you can join us, everyone here, to actually learn together in this batch. I would say we're going to have a lot of fun. We have a blast here, right? I believe that. Okay, all right. So now, if you have, okay, then another question a lot of people ask, I don't have PayPal. Yeah, but the payment page asked me to click the PayPal button, right? I know a lot of you here, you want to pay credit card. You just click the PayPal button first, and then on the next subsequent page, the credit card payment button will appear. All right, you just click the PayPal button first. Yeah, I don't know why the system is wired this way, but this is how it works in the system. All right, so regardless whether to pay credit card first, click the PayPal, and that will lead to that. Okay, so the rest of your payment related questions, yeah, you can type in the chat box. The team will attend to you. So I want to take some time here to help you to answer some question related to the this webinar that I shared just now. Yeah, you can type in the chat box right now. I can have to. I'll do my best. Yeah, to answer your question. A payment related question, I leave it to the team. All right, you just type in the chat box. So right now, I want to help you to answer some technical question about what we discussed just now. Okay, so Ernest Cole asks, what if the spouse element is in the grave phase? How do we read it? Yeah, so the grave doesn't mean bad, right? It just represents certain characteristic of that element, right? So it doesn't mean a date or something, right? Don't worry. It just represents certain traits. Okay. All right. My spouse palace clash with the month and hour. What does it mean? Yeah, if you clash with the month and hour, could means that the sometime you might have problem juggling between your work and the children. Okay. All right. So fast other question. Let me see. What is the Okay, a lot of you asking about clashes, about different palaces. I'll choose not to answer that because I didn't cover other palaces. Yeah, this you confuse other people. All right, we choose to, maybe next time I do a class called Clash. Okay, then I got to address all your question. Okay. Okay, Yan Wunsi asks if the Kwe water in stem area, is it at the month or the year pillar? So the Kwe water is on the day branch, right? So it's not on the month stem. Okay, the harm question and all those things, I chose not to answer. Okay, all right. So Vivian Yon say, because that one will further confuse the rest of you, right? I know a lot of you here asking about, I saw it. Yeah, it's not that I noticed all your question, but if it's not related, I better answer those related questions first. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Subina Chen asks if the female has a peach blossom but little influence star. So what does it mean? You mean that this person is extremely attractive, but sometimes you find it hard to hold for a long-term relationship. Yeah, so they will be very attractive, but most of the relationship they find hard to maintain it. Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 years, then they feel they want to look for another one. Okay, or not sustainable. So need to work hard on that part. Okay, Michelle Young asks, what if our chart is not period 9 compliant? Can Feng Shui help? Okay, if your chart is not period 9 compliant, yes, Feng Shui can help. And also there are certain things you can do. We call this activation, which I'm going to discuss in the program. They're talking about how do you activate certain part of your parter chart, yeah, to actually increase the compliancy on it. Michelle Young, yes, you can use Feng Shui or you can use some of the parter help as well. Okay, Sitan asks, how do I know someone stays single or married? Whether you're single or married is your choice. All right, the Butter's chart doesn't tell you should stay single or you should stay married, right? So do anything that makes you happy. Yeah, don't let anything to restrict your life. Okay. Either way, your Butter chart can help you to make it work. Right? If you decide to be single, the Butter chart can show you how to become happily single. If you decide to become married, the Butter chart also there's a way to tell you how to achieve that as well. So, but whether to get married or stay single is your choice. Okay, all right. Wow, so many questions. Okay, someone asked about seven killing. Yeah, seven killing is not part of the thing we are talking about. But since you're asking here, seven killing in the main branch doesn't mean negative, right? Especially if you're female, the seven killing actually represent your boyfriend. Okay, Karen Yao asks if it's true on period 9 is favorable to people who partner lack of fire. No, Yeah, a lot of people like to think that way, but actually it's not. It's not how you read it. It's the configuration of the chart. Yeah, not just lack of fire or a lot of fire. Okay, Angie Lee asks, which area to improve to become more attractive if no peach blossom in the own natal chart? The solution to this, you need to look at the year pillar, right? How to become more attractive, because the year pillar governs the external pillar. Okay, all right. Okay, Fiona Tan asks, when you talk about progress, when one party progress and one not to and no vision for the future, how do you advise this couple? Right. So normally I advise a couple who willing to progress, you move forward first. Right. So until a point that you will actually influence the other person, to change. You cannot force that the other person who don't want to actually improve themselves. So if I would advise those couple, I want to advise those the one that willing to change. So don't wait for the other one. Yeah, you move ahead faster first. Okay, LC Liu asks, when you look for endurance, is it the elements in the earthly branch included? Yes, it is. Okay, a lot of people ask about LGBT, right? Yes, LGBT, the attraction element, everything still apply. All right, so you can use the same thing. Only on the spouse element, then you might need to look at the friend star. Okay. Okay, In Sui Bun say, why my spouse animal sign not same with my husband animal sign? Yeah, it's not why it has to be the same, right? No need. Yeah, it could be different one. Yeah, because your chart is your chart, your husband chart is your husband chart. Yeah, it doesn't mean it must to be the same. It's very normal to be different. All right, and it's nothing wrong with that. In Sui Bun. Okay, SC Lim say, I just signed up for period 9. All right, thank you. Okay, you're welcome, right? Okay, you're welcome. You say thank you, right? Okay. Wow, there's so many questions here. Okay, why not like this, right? I think that maybe I'll consider do the live Q&A as well. Maybe next week. I cannot promise the date yet on my Telegram as well, right? So if you have a lot of questions, I think there'll be a time that I can answer more questions. Yeah, so I can pick the one question because now it's too many of it. I do my best. Yeah, so I think since all of you in my Telegram, I try. I cannot promise the date yet, but I do my best. Probably a week from now or 2 weeks from now. Yeah, need to check my schedule first. Okay, all right. If Rachel Tan asks if your spouse chart has your peach blossom animal sign means what? So which means that the spouse is attractive. Okay, so Eureka Wong, yeah, so means you have good taste. They say Kano, you know how to choose. Yeah, it's a good thing. I don't think peach blossom means adultery. Yeah, that is not. It doesn't carry that meaning. Peach. This one is not beach. Okay, this one is peach. Yeah, this one is not beach blossom. All right. So therefore, peach blossom means attractiveness. So if you're doing sales, then I would say it will be good, right? Because you need likability, you need your client to like you, right? So it's a good thing to have. So you don't go home tonight or after today, you're going to actually, scold your spouse. How come you got peach blossom style? You're bad, no. Yeah, they could be the kindest people ever, right? So it's not their fault to have it. Okay, it just means that they're likable. Probably that is the reason you fall in love with them in the first place. Okay, Jen Felisa asks, can we use the relationship analysis in organization and team building? I would say that unless you have one target in the team, yeah, then you can use it, right? But if you're talking about building talent, that one is a different technique. Okay, Jen, Felisa. So I'm not sure which part you want to achieve, right? Team building to find romantic partners or team building to build the employees' morale, right? If you're talking about finding romantic partners, yes, you still can use the technique. But you're talking about growing the morale, position them in the right department. That one, there's another technique of using it. All right, so definitely not this one. Amy asks, what if the spouse palace have a lot of friend element? Yeah, so which means that the person could be very suspicious. Okay, all right. So Jen Felisa already responds here, say build morale and cohesion in the team. All right, if that's the one, then there's a different technique to it. Right. So, okay, let me share with you the guideline here. All right. So, first of all, we don't work with everyone, we work with the head of department. All right. So, because I believe that the whole company culture is actually dictated, influenced by the top one first, right? So, we need to get the top level is right. So, we look at the management level, and then we look at the positioning of their talent and on each department, what they try to achieve. Then, once we've done that, yeah, then it will be cool already. Yeah, so normally we look at that level. So the perspective we look at the competency could be one, integrity would be one, and also possible event that change their life. Sometimes they could be a very committed employee, yeah, but due to some changes in their relationship, or maybe they want to give birth, they want to become a mom, and then they don't want to work anymore, So all these changes, you can look from the possibility. Yeah, you can look at that. They might, or maybe some of them, they want to leave the company next year. So you might not need to promote this person right now, right? So if you discover that this person no longer have the interest to work in the company, so we can look into that aspect as well in parts, beside competency. Okay, all right. Okay, cool. So, and thank you, right? Do you find today's webinar useful? Yeah, do you like this? Yeah, I hope that this today webinar here is about relationship, right? So because thank you, yeah, thank you for having the trust and faith in me. You see, almost like 3 hours here, but we still have more than 1,000 people here. Really nice. Because I was before this start, right? I was thinking, will these people get bored or not? Because I'm talking about relationship, right? And sometimes I also don't know what I'm talking about, but yet you stay till the end. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate your time, and I wish nothing but the best to all of you here. All right. So, and if you're joining the Period 9, I'm going to see you there. I'm sure that it will be the best Period 9 experience ever. So till then, take care. I'm Iverson. Yeah, keep in touch.